Universal Broadcasting Network.
'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven.
A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at UBNradio.com.
What's up, people? Hey, this is Claude McKnight. You're hanging out with Claude McKnight. We're here. We're doing this. Man, John, are you there? I'm here in Vegas. Are you here with me, my brother?
I sure am. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I just finished my workout here, and
I see that.
yeah, at the Venetian Gym. Yeah, there we go. I got a little bit of. Let me advertise my guns.
There you go.
Yeah, it's funny. I posted on my Facebook page that the best time to work out in Vegas is Sunday afternoon because, you know, obviously everybody who's been here for the week or for the weekend or whatever has to get back for their Monday grind. So there was nobody in the gym. Got to do my thing and grunt and get swole.
All right. Did you make a decision if you're going to be riding back or you're going to be flying back or what's going on?
I posted that as well. You know, there's all of these Southwest flights back to LA up until I think like 9:30 or so tonight. So I still haven't made the decision, man.
No, okay.
So had a couple people on my page basically say, yeah, do it. Had a couple people say, no, don't do it. See, the thing about riding my motorcycle back is this. The longest ride that I've done since I've had my bike is about 200 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I lived in Nashville. I went from Nashville to Memphis. It was a 105-degree day.
Wow.
And me and my boy Andy Dixon, we rode our Harleys there. It was a great time. But you know, after 60, 70 miles or so, you kind of have to stop and let your booty rest just a bit. At least I do. Yeah. So this ride from LA to Las Vegas is about 290 miles. And, I can do it. I'm sure I can, but it's just a little further than I'd like to take it. But, we'll see. We'll see how I feel if I decide to go home. Here's the thing, though. If I fly home, my car is here in Vegas. So it would have to be one of those things where I either make sure I fly back or bite the bullet and jump on that bike and go.
You mean your new BMW is there in Vegas?
That's right.
Not the one with the scratch.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that it's all scratched up.
No. I thought you got a new one already and replaced it.
No, man, I should. It's funny, though. Once I get to Vegas, I park the thing, and then I don't see it again for like 3-4 days.
Wow.
So it's kind of funny. My head is down. Anybody who's watching this is because I'm playing on my new iPhone 6 Plus. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You like it, huh?
I do. This thing is a beast, man.
It is.
This big, huge honking phone.
Does it fit in your hand? You have big hands. Does it fit in your hand?
It does. It
Okay.
does. And there's a little trick that you can do to slide the apps down a little ways so you can still do one-handed operation and everything.
Okay.
It's really slim. I won't be sitting on it, so there won't be any bending of the phone and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But those, again, who are watching, I still have my 5S. So here they both are.
Wow.
Up to the camera. You
Yeah.
can see how much bigger it is, how much wider it is. Now, let me also put my iPad mini up. Let me see if I can get that in the screen. You see that it's,
Yeah.
it's a good size. My
Sure
mini,
is.
I get to watch movies and everything on it. It's a good size. And, quite honestly, this 6 Plus, I can pretty much do all of that as well. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be on Craigslist a little later.
Wheeling and dealing.
Oh, yeah. I've sold quite a few things on Craigslist. I think I can get more money for my iPhone 5S. It's a 64 gig model in case anybody wants to make me an offer, within the sound of my voice.
Well, how you doing after your birthday? You just had a big birthday.
You know what? I'm doing well. I'm fit at 52 now.
Right.
My brother came the day before, so he came and saw the show.
Which
we got
one?
to hang out. My brother Brian.
Okay.
And so he critiqued the show, and we hung out and broke bread together after the show on Wednesday night. So Thursday was my birthday. And during the show, almost at the end of the show on Thursday, the whole cast sang happy birthday to me. So that was
Nice.
very cool from the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
cool time. And it's weird because I've told everybody that 40 wasn't hard at all. It was really kind of cool. 50 wasn't hard either. It's this milestone that's really kind of cool. And, because I work out so much and all of that, it's kind of one of those things where, to be quite honest with you, I'll tell people, yeah, I'm 50. How about that? But the weird thing is, something about 52 just sounds really strange to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm tripping on, but it's making me realize that in a few short years, here comes 55, and then, 56, 57. Then next thing you know, I'm going to be 60 years old. And I can barely even get that out of my mouth. I'm so I'm so emotional right now. Oh man, it's like I'm closer to 60
Well, you don't
right
look
now
it,
than 40.
so that's the good thing.
I shaved off my mustache and my goatee. So
I see that. Yeah.
hopefully, I think I might look about, I don't know, 13 right now. I don't know. I don't know. But we're gonna have a good show today, John.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
We got a young man named Julio Rodriguez.
Uh-huh.
He is the probably one of the biggest Take Six fans. His nickname is Powerhouse, and we're going to ask him about that nickname. I'm not really sure what that's about, but he also is the creator of the Take Six Verse Facebook page. So I think we have a few of them, hopefully,
We sure do.
in the chat room.
Yeah, I'm getting in the chat room right now, actually. Because,
very cool.
Yeah.
I saw he created a page that links with his Take Six Universe page for my show, and I thank him very much for that. He's going to join us in about 3 minutes or so. He's going to call in.
All right.
So we're going to find out some things from him, get his take on some Take Six stuff and what they talk about over there. Because I peep in every once in a while. I can't go over there too often because it's kind of weird when you're kind of a voyeur watching what people are saying about you.
Yeah, right.
So I have to be careful with that because I don't want to chime in and be like, "That's not what happened," So we'll get some information, some knowledge from Mr. Julio Rodriguez in just a little bit. How was your week, John?
It's good. It's good. I've been preparing for this wedding that I'm going to be singing at, and so been doing okay.
Wait a minute. Did you tell me this before?
I think I don't know if I did or not. Yeah, I think we did because we were talking about funeral singing and wedding singing and all of that.
Tell me the song. What's
So I'm
the song
singing
you
All
sing?
of Me. All
of Me.
Yeah,
All right.
they picked it out. So
Okay,
yeah.
the John Legend All of Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, putting my own little spin on it, but yeah, definitely.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, because it's been a while since I performed, and especially live. It's been quite a while. So
Is the wedding in L.A.?
it's in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna crash it. When is it?
It's it's coming up. I think it's in 2 weeks.
John, did you just say you think it's in 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Well, you know me. I'm meeting with the host today. He's actually he has a show here. He's the one getting married. So
okay.
yeah.
All right. So we're gonna have to get some video of this and
Yeah.
post it on my page, and we'll talk to you.
All right.
as a guest and see how it felt.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, it's gonna
Very
be
cool.
a Saturday. So
All right.
yeah.
Now, I also want to just give a shout out to Marla and David Thomas. David Thomas is in my group. I know that they have a new show coming up on UBN. I think they start tomorrow on Monday.
Yeah, they do. I saw the post for that. Yeah.
Very, very cool. I'll be checking that out. I'm sure it's gonna be bananas because they've done this thing before, and the way they interact with each other and the people that are interested in what it is they bring is really unique and is very, very cool. And so I just wanted to wish them well and tell them I'll be checking them out, and I'll be shoving people their way for their show.
Perfect.
So it's 2:09 right now.
Uh-huh.
And that means I think in like 1 minute, because I know he's a very prompt guy.
Well, Julio's in the chat room right now, so
He's in the chat
Yeah,
room?
he's in there. Yeah.
All right, Julio, call in, man. Let's do this thing. Let's see what's going on with you. So, and I'm going to play on my iPhone 6 Plus while we wait for him.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook, and I'm trying to get people to come on over. I'm on Instagram because, I post all my selfies there.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm so vain, I like to see what people think about me. Did I say that out loud?
Are you on Tinder yet?
Oh, come on. If I was, would I admit that? Come on, John.
That's funny.
Tinder is a very interesting app from what
Yeah.
I understand. I've heard people speak about it as in, it's a new dating app and
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, blah. But, from what I hear, and I saw, I think Conan or O'Brien and a couple of people have gone on it,
Uh-huh.
it's only pictures. I think you can put a little bit of text and stuff like that or whatever. But if it's only pictures and you're swiping left and right,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't that sound like a hookup app to you?
Yeah, well, some people use it for that. Some people use it, for coffee dates. You never know.
Coffee date.
Yeah, but I have Julio on the line. Let's see. Let's
Ah.
get him. See if we can add him to the group right here.
All right, we'll see if he's on Tinder.
Hey, Julio, are you on the line with us?
I am on the line.
Oh, perfect.
Julio,
Welcome.
what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Claude? How are you?
I'm doing very well. What's going on in your world, man?
It's a beautiful day in America, ladies and gentlemen, because it is Sunday. There's football on. I got pizza and a frosty beverage, and I'm hanging out with Claude McKnight. So
Come on now.
Can't get any
All
better
right.
than that.
I like that. And you know what? I'm glad that you're here and anybody else who's here because I'm sure it's not the easiest thing on a Sunday afternoon when you want to watch football or hang with the family and whatnot to join me here. But anybody who's here, thank you so much because we're going to be hanging out every Sunday. And, I can check out the scores on my huge iPhone 6 Plus right now. So I can do everything.
And let me give a round of applause for Julio for being here. We were making some changes
Thank
to
you
the
very much.
screen at the time, so I wasn't able to get on that applause button. So here we go.
Ah, okay. So what phone are you rocking over there, Julio?
I'm still rocking the 5. I'll be getting the 6 Plus pretty soon. I got so many things that I want to get, and I'm going to be traveling to New York in December, and I want to get a couple of things for my camera and photography. So the phone can wait. My 5 isn't broken, so it's all good.
I hear you. I'm trying to sell my 5S, which I showed on the screen a little while ago. I got my iPad Mini,
Right.
which I may get rid of at some point. As this phone gets bigger and bigger, this may be the only thing I need to have. So we'll see. So let's talk to you a little bit. Tell me, first of all, where did the nickname Powerhouse come from? What does that mean, my friend?
Well, here's what happened. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, when the internet was in its infancy, that's the name I chose. And it came from a while back because I wanted to start a multimedia company with my brother and my sisters. I kind of wanted all of them to be involved in all of that. So I thought that Powerhouse would be, kind of like a synonymous with what we were trying to create, And you know how it is, as fate has it, everyone has different, interests and goals and all that stuff. So that quite never panned out, but I still kept the name, and it's been part of emails and websites and so on and so forth. But recently with the launch, well, not recently, probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, with the launch of JulioManil.com, it's kind of shifted a little bit. But, for everybody on Take 6 Universe, they all know me as Powerhouse. So, the name is still alive and well.
So it's just going to stick. That'll be your name forever.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I hear you. I have kind of a similar story. When I first got online many, many, many moons ago, and I was on AOL, my email address was Big CCA. Now, what that means is Big Cousin Claude Almighty, because my younger cousins all kind of gave me that nickname. And so I used that email address for years. And then, as I started doing more and more stuff professionally, I was like, man, I can't use this email address, It's coming from Big CCA. I'm like, that just, something about it just didn't sound right. So although I still do have it, I don't use it, but yeah, it kind of stuck for a long time. And, now I'm Claude at take6.com, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. So when did you become a Take 6 fan, Julio? How did that come about?
Well, let's see. It was shortly after you guys put out the debut album. And I was living in Massachusetts. And my Uncle Nelson came over to visit. He was actually out here in California, so he came out to visit. And we're riding in his car one day, and he's just, he was just playing this album and I was like, what? You know, like, who are these guys? You know what I mean? And one of the songs that kind of, you know, it kind of stuck with me really, really quickly was the song If We Ever, because as you guys know, obviously, it was done by the Breath of Life Quartet and a whole bunch of other people, but Breath of Life Quartet was the first ones that I heard them doing that song back in the 70s. So when you guys did it, I was like instantly mesmerized, you know what I mean? And then, you know, of course, all the other songs on the debut and everything, it grabbed me. So, you know, after that, of course, you guys were on the Grammys and all this, and I was telling everybody, oh my God, look at this, and so on and so forth. And, you know, just the rest is history, really. But yeah, it was shortly after the debut that I discovered you guys.
Very cool. And now you have this Take Six Universe page, which I'm assuming was kind of the brainchild for you in kind of getting the old Take Six message board back together. Am I right with that?
Yeah, I mean, and truth be told, Yvonne was the one who actually started the page.
Okay.
She called it, when she started it, she called it Take Six Message Board for Old Time's Sake.
Ah, and, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. And then so as you know, so she added a bunch of us, you know, including you and the fellas, and so it was nice because you know we all got to get together and see each other's faces and reminisce and so on and so forth. And then so you know shortly after that, she wrote to me and she says, hey, you know, do you want to be an admin on that page and everything, and you know, kind of help me moderate it and approve members and so on and so forth. You know, you have a great rapport with everybody, and you know, they all know you and yada yada yada. So I was like, sure, yeah, no problem. You know, I mean, anything I can do to help. You know, and I think at the time we were at about a little under 150 members, something like that. And so since then, you know, I took it upon myself. You know, I made a new graphic for the page, and you know, we rebranded it and so on and so forth. You know, so that is now why it's called Take Six Universe. And you know, we're just having so much fun there. You know, everybody that's on there, you know, everybody from all the old people. You know, Osman and Buto and Nate. I mean, I could go on and on. So it's been really great, and all these new members that we have on there, George, and oh my God, it's just crazy, you know.
Dude, and, it's really, really cool because I'm a member. Of course, every time a post comes up or a comment comes up, I'm notified about it, and I'm like, this page gets so much love and so much going on all the time that I mean, it's very cool. I'm sure for all of you who are consistently there, and I just wanted to jump in because you've put up some really cool polls as far as album by album and album against album and song against song and all of that, which are things that I guess being a member of the group and seeing it, sometimes it's a little weird, but it's also informative and very cool to see what you guys feel about stuff. How did some of those posts and polls come about for you? How did you decide that that's what you wanted to do?
Well, I'll tell you, the stuff that the polls that we did for the best song were started by Nate, another long-standing member, and I thought those were great because actually, you know, the song that ended up winning out of all the songs from your albums was "I Got Life," which I was very happy about.
See, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. And then so I decided, you know, I was like, you know, we got to keep this going, and I really wanted to get everybody involved, you know, in something like that too. So I said, okay, I'm going to come up with the Powerhouse Iron Man Championships. And what we ended up doing was, you know, like you said, album by album. You know, we pitted the first two albums together, and then the winner of that round would go on to the next one, and so on and so forth. I mean, I even made a PSA for Feels Good because, as everyone knows, that is my favorite album of all time. And I think it's your best work, you know, but that's my opinion. But anyway, that was so successful, that whole, you know, championship. It got so many people involved. I mean, I think we got like over 200 and something votes for it, for all, everything, all the albums and all that. I mean, and what I really wanted to accomplish with that, I wanted to get everybody to re-listen to all the albums, and get everyone excited about it, and get everybody to really kind of like rediscover stuff. You know what I mean?
So then it sounds to me like we need to hire you or something. We need to have you in the Take Six mix officially or something, because you do a really great job, man. Really great job with that.
Claude, you know what, man? Let me go on record as saying that I've been begging for a job since forever. And you guys, I don't know, man. You guys,
we can't afford you, man. We can't afford you. You sent in your resume, said you needed $250,000 a year. We were like, come on, Julio.
Man, you wish.
No, you wish.
But you know what? I'm just having fun, and yeah, listen, whenever you guys wanna throw some money my way and say, hey, can you design our next album cover? I'm there, bro.
All right. No, we really appreciate the passion that you have for the group, and there's so many others. And I guess I'm glad you let me know that Yvonne was the one who started the page. I apologize. So if Yvonne, if you're there, if you hear me, just want to go on record saying thank you so much for starting the page and for involving Julio and everyone else. And we have really, really great fans. We have probably some of the most passionate fans on the planet. I remember from the old message board. And you guys are very territorial when it comes to others who may or may not be either into us or understand what's up. You guys get them in line, and we appreciate that.
What's funny about that is that from whoever's on the outside may not understand it, and I put out a podcast a couple of weeks ago to kind of highlight the kind of things that went on in the previous message board, and what we wanted everyone to know was that it's all with love, and we really are passionate about the group and everything, but we're more passionate about sharing that with people and getting to know people, because if you take a look at the membership on 66 Universe, it really is a universe, because there's members from all over the world. Everyone from South Africa to New Zealand to Japan to right here in the United States. So it's really a great to see how we've gone from a little over 100 members, 150 members, to now close to 460. So it's really great. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, and the cool thing is it reminds me in a way of even the roots of Take Six, where we were formed at Oakwood University, which is a very small Christian school, but there's such a concentration of music and of like-minded individuals. And that's the same thing that I see with the Take Six Universe page, and even the Take Six Facebook page. We don't have a million, people who are subscribed or who like the page, whatever, but we have, the best fans in the world. We've got Michiko, who has been here to Vegas to see the show 2 or 3 nights in a row, who's come to my birthday. We have people like you who've been with us from the very beginning. We have people, like you said, from all over the world. So it really is a universe. And if there are people on Mars who need to hear Take Six, then they'll probably join the Take Six Universe page as well, really filling out the universe part of it, I'm sure.
No doubt about it. Yeah. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you giving us shout outs, because, it's been because of you, obviously, that our membership has grown too. So it's really great to meet new people and share the music. So it's really great.
Well, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So I want to ask you about a couple other things.
Sure.
Are you a sports fan?
Yeah, I am. In fact, I have the football game in mute right now. So Arizona's playing Denver, and Denver's winning by 2 points, 14-12.
Who do you want to win that game?
I want to see Peyton go all the way. Honestly, I want to see him get a ring and get that validation for that injury a couple of years ago. Of course, Giants are my team, so I want to see them do well. They won today, so yeah, I'm in it.
A lot of interesting scores and stuff. I lived in Tennessee for a long time, and they were up on Cleveland. I want to say 22-0 or something like that, and lost the game 29-28. Yeah. I'm like, come on, guys.
I saw that. I saw the last bit of that game. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But an amazing pass at the end. It was great.
That is crazy.
I was rooting for the underdog anyway, you know.
Yeah. I saw that Peyton threw his 500th touchdown pass. That's, man. I mean, come on. That's a stud right there.
Dude, Peyton is that guy. Okay, I know. You know, if you guys aren't, if there's anyone out there in Take Six Universe that are not football fans, at least know that Peyton Manning is that guy.
Oh, he's absolutely. So for you, Peyton or Tom Brady? Come on.
Oh, Peyton. Come on now.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Tom is great and everything, but honestly, you know, I think you know how everyone peaks, and I think he's starting to come downhill a little bit. You know, his offensive line isn't that great, and he just doesn't have enough people around him to protect him. So, but I think Peyton is the real deal, and I think he's going to go all the way. I really hope so.
I love the fact that it always appears that he can go up to the line of scrimmage, and it doesn't matter what is going on. He can survey the land and just make a call out of thin air and do what he needs to do. Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter if his offensive line is doing well. It doesn't matter if his running game is going well. It's like he gets the job done. So I'm hoping that, you know, their defense really shores up, because I don't think that he gets his due. You know, everybody says he's such a great regular season quarterback, and because he only has one Super Bowl, only one, that he can't be considered, you know, with the greats. And I'm like, man, he's got to get at least two. At least he's got to tie his brother. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. I mean, and it's funny because, you know, everyone is looking at Eli and saying, oh, is he really an elite quarterback and whatever? And it's like, last I checked, he's got 2 Super Bowl rings, and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. So, you know, where's your rings? That's what I like to say.
Oh, did you just say Eli's gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
Eli will be in the Hall of Fame. Come on now, you know it.
Oh, Julio.
You know it.
No, you know what? I mean, I think the jury's still out. The reason I say that, obviously he's proven that he can win Super Bowls. He has 2. I'm not taking that away from him, but I think that his body of work is just so when it comes to all of the other things throughout the years that he's done. You know, I don't know if it's Hall of Fame worthy yet. I mean, I think he's going to have a little bit more consistency, especially with, you know, the whole throwing the interceptions thing. I mean, last year was a debacle. I mean,
last year was, I'm choosing to forget last year.
Oh, there was no last year, huh?
Right. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. You must have played cornerback back in the day, because those are the guys with the shortest memories ever. It's like, did you score on me? Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. So we've done a little bit of sports. I just wanted to see where you were on that. You've got the game on mute. You got your frosty beverage there, all of that kind of stuff. What's the next thing that you're going to post in Take Six Universe? What are you thinking about?
You know, I was thinking about I wanted to start some blogs related to the site, but I haven't decided yet on really what I want to focus on or what kind of format I'm going to do. So I may put it out there as a question to everybody to see what they would like or what I could focus on. But I think on the top of my list would really be to start up the Powerhouse podcast again, and have you and the rest of the group on as guests once again. Because I don't know if anyone, some of the newer members may not know, but I had Take Six on episode 7 of the Powerhouse podcast way back in the day, in 2006. So I would really love to revisit that and do that again. So putting you out there, Claude, you know, you let me know when you're free. I know you're busy right now in Vegas, but we got to do something.
We can always oblige and, you know, figure out what, how we can help you and how you can help us. I mean, it's all family. You know what I'm saying? And you do what you can, do what you will, because you love family and just want everybody to succeed and have a good time. So yeah, we're in, man. I'm in. So just let me know what you need.
Nice. Awesome.
And we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk after the holidays. I know you got you got Vegas on your mind there, and the re-record of debut, which we're waiting on, and
well, it's funny.
I really want to say something about that, but
wait, let me interrupt you. Let me interrupt you for a second. We had every intention, and we still do have every intention of finishing that re-record while we're here in Vegas. The problem, though, is that we tried to set up a couple of studio rooms here, and come to find out, this hotel is just not as quiet as we need it to be. So we may have to go to another actual studio to finish it up. We only got a few lead vocals left to do, and things like that. But, bear with us. We're going to get it done shortly.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know the Take Six Universe is clamoring for it. So, yes, we are eagerly anticipating. And I'm going to buy 2 copies so I can listen to it twice.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Because one, you'll wear out and you'll have to retire it. Then the other one you just have.
Yeah.
I understand.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, John, do we have some people in the chat room that would like to join the fray and maybe ask some questions of myself and or Julio?
We sure do. We have a full chat room here, and I will get to some questions. Actually, the first question came in a little bit earlier from Sean Douglas. He wants to know, hey, Claude, I wish you and the guys can make an appearance with Accent on January 30th, 2015 in London. What's the likelihood of that?
Well, Sean, I suppose if you find a promoter to get us over there and have us at the event, we would love to do it. Accent is really, really great. They're coming with it. So, we love to be a part of anything like that. But it's a little harder to do than just say, can you make it over? So find a way, Sean. Find a way. We'll be there.
All right. It looks like Yvonne is saying, Claude, please show us your tattoo and tell us when and why you got it.
What? Okay, here we go. It's right here. I have one tattoo. That's it. I've only wanted to have one. I think I got this the weekend of my 44th birthday. I'd always wanted to have a tattoo, but I didn't know what I wanted it to be. And I also didn't want something that was so out there or obtrusive that when I was 70 or so, I'd be like, what did I do this for? So it's really just a sun with some flames coming out of it. So that's it. I know, kind of boring, but it works for me.
All right. We'll wait on some more questions to come in, but that's what we have so far.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put George out there because he posted on my page. I finally confirmed him as a friend on Facebook after letting him languish in purgatory for a few weeks or maybe even months or whatever. So I let him. So now he's a friend, and he posted on my page that he had a question. So, George, if you're around, ask your question, or I'm going to have to delete you as a friend or something, maybe even block you. I don't know, because that's the kind of guy I am.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding. Oh, let me bring this up. So I worked out at the gym here today, and on the same level are the pools. And I haven't been to the pool at all since I've been here at the Venetian, but I decided to go out there, take a look. I'm a single man. You never know what the sights are at the pool. So as I'm walking out there, I open the door because there's 2 ladies who are coming up behind me. And I hold the door for them, and they walk on through. No word, no thank you, no nothing. I said, "You're welcome." And I heard one of them say, she just kind of snickered at me. I was like, who does that? John, who does that? Julio, who does that? Why do people do that? And I'm not.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I do the same thing. I did the same thing that you did when I do that. If I hold the, because my mama taught me well, so I do the same thing. If I hold the door open for a lady and she just walks through and and just doesn't say anything, I do the same thing and real condescending too. And I'm like, "You're welcome," like that.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I was condescending. Yeah, absolutely. I was like, "You're welcome." And she was like, okay. I think my feelings were hurt. I was like, okay, all right.
Entitlement, I tell you, entitlement.
I guess. I don't know what it was, John. Does that happen to you,
Yes.
man? Do you hold doors open for people and they don't say anything?
Sure, that happens from time to time here in LA, of course.
Well, yeah, LA. What was I thinking?
That's why I
LA.
dropped LA in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that happens here, and I don't know why it happens. And okay, I'll just say what it is, and then I'll go into the explanation. People here in Vegas do not say hello back when you say hi to them. And I'm not saying that I speak to everyone as I'm walking past, but let's say you get into an elevator, it's just you and one other person.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of polite just to say, hello, how are you? I've had people just like they're terrified. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, I know I'm a big black guy, bald head, blah, blah, blah. I'm, the stereotype, whatever. But I'm like, just say hello back. You won't die. I mean, did you lose all your money and your voice too? I mean, what happened here in Vegas that you just can't say hello back? So I don't know.
Exactly. Your mom's in the room. She says, no upbringing. However, you do because it is the right thing to do. Okay.
That's right, Mom. That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
They're agreeing with her. George is in the chat room. He goes, my question for Claude is, if Hollywood came calling and somebody wanted to make a movie about Take Six, who would you want to play a young Claude and Merv and Mark, etc., back from your Buffalo days?
What? George, come on, man. First of all, okay, it's a great question, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, how am I gonna be the casting director on this to say who it should be? But okay, let me try. The young guys in the group. I guess, man, this would be hard. Who would play Merv? What do you think in Powerhouse? Are you still there? Because I'm.
Oh yeah, I'm still here. And this question was posed. It was posted on Take Six Universe maybe a week ago, and it was so deep for me, man. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys handle this one, man. I got things to do.
Oh, wow.
We can get some help from the chat room, maybe.
Comments, because I don't want to have to go back and check it out and start cussing at people.
No, you know what? They were good. They were really good.
Who they have? Who they
call it up here? We're on the phone.
I just want to know who they had playing me. That's
sure. Let me see if I can find it.
Maybe George could give us some insight while he's in the chat room, because I can't really think of people who would play us from our younger days. I'm like,
yeah, so many people threw out there like Terrence Howard was one of them.
Terrence Howard.
But I forgot who. Yeah, I forgot who they wanted him. I think they
would he be David Thomas?
Oh, David Thomas. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Maybe.
I got to do some research.
But then Terrence would be everything like this. I'm Terrence Howard, man. I'm David Thomas.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know who would play me. I don't know. A young Claude McKnight. Remember, I had hair, so, I don't know. I had a lot of hair. I don't know, George. That's a question that I have to ponder on, and maybe I'll write my thoughts on the Take Six Universe page.
Lisa's suggesting Bruno Mars.
That's probably the best thing.
What is that, John?
I said Lisa's suggesting Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars for whom?
She doesn't say. She just says Bruno Mars. We'll see. She's on the delay. So once she hears you, she'll respond.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. Bruno Mars. All right. Yeah. I'm not really sure about that one.
Okay, so this is a good question because Damien's bringing up a point that I was going to make earlier too about a topic that you brought up on Facebook about people buying albums as opposed to downloads.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not on Facebook, but he was wondering, what kind of response you got to that. It's a good question.
Well, I got like 110 responses to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty much what I thought it would be. And what I mean by that is younger people, when I say younger, I'm talking about under 30, under 25 even. They've come up in a different generation, obviously, in a different time as far as music and buying of music is concerned. And because of technology now, even if you have like this big honking phone that I have that has 128 gigs, you don't want to fill it up necessarily with music.
Mm-hmm.
And because CDs, physical CDs, you have to go out and buy them from somewhere or whatever. People want the ease of sitting at their computer or sitting at their phone and just ordering either what it is they want right away as a download, or being on a service where they can stream it, where it doesn't take up space on their phone. I completely understand that kind of mindset. So in answering the question, as far as the comments that I got on it, younger people I think are doing the streaming a lot more, and a lot of the downloading of a song at a time. Older people, when I say older, I'm talking 40 plus, still like the physical feel of the CD, with the credits and the musicians and everything in the box, and I get that, because you don't really get to see that, especially with a download or anything. So so it was kind of split in that way. Now, how that affects musicians and writers and other people, that's a whole nother thing that we're having to figure out, because it's not going back. It's not going back to where people are going to be buying full albums and everything. Nobody really has time to listen to full albums or to go to stores and buy them and whatnot. Now, if you go to a show and the artist is selling it right then, that's an impulse buy. And maybe you're a big fan of the artist, and sure, you'll do that. But it's changing so much. It's a change that I know record companies are struggling with, artists are struggling with, and the public just wants ease. So I get that. So there's a disconnect, or a huge chasm between what people want and what they're being offered by record companies and by artists even. So we'll see how it plays out.
Okay. George is saying, I still hang out at Amoeba Records and would buy albums, though I do download and buy CDs. So.
But George is about 71, isn't he?
I don't know. I'm not saying either. But no, Lady Bird is saying, Claude, has Take Six considered collaborating with an artist who plays the electric guitar?
Well, we have before. We did the song with George Benson on the standard, and we've talked about it amongst ourselves about maybe doing some stuff where it's a cappella and just guitar. So we'll have to see how that works as far as arrangement is concerned and everything. But I think that acoustic guitar would be cooler, just because of the timbre of the instrument itself. But you never really know. We're a group that we love to experiment. We love to try to figure out what we haven't done before, what might be really cool as far as an arrangement is concerned, or a song that we haven't done before, and then just let the chips fall where they may. Julio knows this very well. All of the records that we've done, all the albums that we've done, some of them have been very, very different, and certainly different than what some of our core fans may have wanted, but they have scratched the itch of some of the experimenting that we felt we wanted and needed to do. So we'll continue doing that.
Alrighty.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, even when you guys did Brothers, which is a big topic, big source of debate on the universe, even though core fans may not agree with it, weren't too happy with it, but hey, I think still won a Grammy. So it's not like we can hate on it or anything. So yeah, you're right about that. I mean, you can always experiment and see what works. So yeah, that's. Oh, and I just wanted to say one little thing, getting back to the point about albums versus downloadable music. I personally don't buy any albums. I get everything on iTunes. However, the only CDs that I actually physically buy, and I'm not saying this just because I'm on the show or whatever, but Take Six albums are the only ones that I physically buy, because I like to look at the liner notes and see the photos and so on and so forth. So those are the only ones that I buy. But everything else, yeah, I'm pretty much like everybody else. I just get it on iTunes, whatever I want.
Yeah, I completely understand. I get a lot of stuff on iTunes as well, and I spend a lot of time on YouTube, and I'll research and find artists that I either haven't really thought about in a long time, and or new artists that I've never heard of before. So I'll go immediately to iTunes and buy the whole project or the song that really stuck out for me. The interesting thing, though, that a lot of people don't realize, and I'll just say right now, is part of the ease of downloading MP3s or songs from online stores is that they're compressed. The sound is compressed. And what that means is it's a smaller
Right.
file. Smaller file means that it goes to your device much quicker. So, of course, that allows you to get what you want right away. The problem with that, though, is if you're an audiophile or somebody who really enjoys music or take six music or music that has a lot of harmonies or a lot of sound spectrum, is the compressed file or certainly the MP3 will never sound as good as the CD, and it'll never sound as good as vinyl or something that's been done that's not digital.
Mhm.
Right, and you've just proven my point as to why I only buy Take Six albums as opposed to everybody else.
Oh, I thought that might kind of be the case, but I wanted to say that and throw that out there and see, But
Right.
also the other thing that the phenomenon of that though is you get used to what it is you continue eating. If you eat junk, well, then your body starts functioning on junk, if you understand what I'm saying. If you've never really heard or don't hear very often what the full spectrum of sound sounds like, well, then you think the MP3 sounds fine. And I saw an article about that in Wired magazine months ago, and I had to agree with that. You get used to what it is you hear. Now you can try to dress it up a little bit or whatever, but if you don't have something to compare it to, or you don't listen to something comparatively all the time, well, then the MP3 is just fine. And so that's another thing that musicians and writers and record companies and the public at large needs to understand. Ease is where we really are. Ease means less quality, and it means
Right.
quicker distribution. So it is what it is. You figure it out along the way.
Yeah,
Right. And iTunes has done a little bit better with trying to offer better quality audio, and that's why the price has gone up from $99 to $129 because I guess what they're trying to do is offer better quality. Files are a little bit bigger, but they're better quality. So, maybe they're on the right track. We'll see.
On the right track. Yeah. We have any other questions? Because we're going to wrap this up in just a few minutes. We're having a wonderful time here with Julio, a.k.a. Powerhouse. Big time Take Six fan and really cool guy. We've met him or met you as I'm talking to you directly, Julio. We met you quite a few times.
Right.
And we enjoy hanging out with you and the fact that you're not only a fan but a friend. So good having you here on the show with me today, my friend.
Oh, yeah, man. I appreciate it very much. When I got that text this morning, I was like, what? so yeah, that was very cool. Very cool. I'm excited. I'm really happy. I appreciate it very much.
Cool. What do we have brewing there in the chat?
Well, Nicole was making a comment about the vinyls. She says that she has her dibs on her dad's vinyl collection, and she still owns a turntable. And Damien's saying, I still buy vinyl, but it's good to buy interludes and single tracks.
Ah, okay.
And let's see what else we have. Speaking of new artists, Sean is saying, you also need to hear the tone of Philip Yeboah is how you spell his last name. He is from London, and he did a couple of multi-track snippets of Goldmine and Getaway. He and Jay Hammersley got your tone very well.
My tone?
It says got your tone really well. So yeah.
My tone is unique. I have a trademark, a patent on it. So I will check it out.
I think they're still talking about who would play who in the movies and stuff too, because we go back to Lisa saying not sure he could be. I guess he could be Dave, and they shoot the frames from below like they did for Meryl Streep as Julia Child. So I think that's supposed to be a little joke.
So she's saying Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Dave. So Dave is about 6'2.5", and Bruno Mars is about 2'7". So yeah, we have to shoot it from underneath. So that and I'm just kidding. I love Bruno Mars. He's a shorty though. He's a shorty. So don't.
Hey, I found something for you really quick. I know we're almost out of time, but I found this from Gordon, who is G Money. I know you guys know who that is. Regarding who would play who, and this was his suggestions. He said Terrence Howard could be Mark Kibble. Don Cheadle would be Claude. Morris Chestnut could be Vinny. Shamar Moore would be David, and Hill Harper, Joey Kibble, and Cuba Gooding Jr. as Cedric Dent.
Okay, so wait a minute. I heard all of that.
Uh-huh.
So you got Morris Chestnut, good-looking guy. You got Hill Harper, good-looking guy. You got Shamar Moore, great-looking guy. And you got Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's playing me. So I mean, what? And I love Don Cheadle as an actor, but I'm gonna have to punch somebody in the face now.
I just report the facts, my friend.
He's just the messenger.
Oh, I see. Don Cheadle. I'm going to say this 3 more times. Don Cheadle? Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
Don Cheadle?
All right, moving on. Sean says...
I'm just a messenger.
All right.
Sean says, we still want some big band stuff with you guys, Claude, in a DVD. Any plans for that? I know you did some cool stuff with Gordon Goodwin, and I agree with your comments regarding the CDs and MP3s.
Oh, cool. As far as big band is concerned, yeah, we are always talking about it. We love big band. And in fact, that's what we're doing here in Vegas. We're working with the Las Vegas big band. And so it's cooking, it's smoking. That's the kind of stuff we love. And because our arrangements are basically a cappella big band arrangements, we're working on it. We did some stuff with the WDR big band in Germany. And so those charts are still available of at least 10 to 12 of our songs. So we're looking at getting the rights to those, as well as doing some more work with Gordon Goodwin. So look out for it, because big band, Take 6, it will happen. You heard it here.
All right. Yinka's making a good point about most people listen to music with $10 earbuds.
Ah.
So that makes a good point in terms of what you're listening to.
Oh, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And Damien's saying true FLAC format is good and uncompressed is the best.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess the other part of that, though, is when you get right down to it, no matter what they say or do, even recording digitally is much different than doing it old school and analog and or pressing it to vinyl, because you're dealing with true sound waves at that point, as opposed to, digital numbers and stuff. So, it's you have to weigh what it is you're listening to, what it is you're into, what it is you're used to, and figure it out from there. But this has been a really, really great conversation.
2 more questions if you can take them.
Come on.
All
Yeah,
right.
we got time.
Yinka says, who is your favorite falsetto singer? I would guess Phil Bailey.
Who asked that question?
Yinka.
Yinka? Nope. Now, I grew up listening to a lot of Philip Bailey, and I like him. Don't get me wrong. I'm the biggest Earth, Wind & Fire fan on the planet, I believe. But for me, Bobby DeBarge and El DeBarge and some of the cats from the old groups like the Shy-Lights and Blue Magic and the Spinners and all of that, those are my guys from way back. Philip Bailey, I love what he does and continues to do, but I love the juxtaposition between Philip and Maurice. Just the way they interacted with each other made Philip stronger and made Maurice stronger.
All right. And the last question is from Osmond, wants to know, I know Take 6 will sometimes visit elementary schools in cities in which they are performing. I know Take 6 will be in Brooklyn on April 18th. And I'd like to know, how does a school go about getting Take 6 to do a master class?
Well, that's easy. You write to our manager directly, Ed at edkeen.com. Last name is Keane. So that's Ed Keen at edkeen.com.
Okay.
There you go, Ed at edkeen.com. And we'll try to figure that out, because we love doing those master classes. And if we can do it for you, Osmond, we will be there, sir.
All right.
So you guys, we've been hanging out with Claude McKnight, the guest today, my call-in guest, Julio Rodriguez, a.k.a. Powerhouse. Thanks, John. Thanks, Tony Sweet. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks,
That was
Julio.
awesome.
We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Peace out, everybody.
All right now.